my mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. Before I thinking that you feel like this, make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. Before I thinking that you feel like this, make me feel like this. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeling your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause I'd start over now. Rewind, and I won't let you go. I need you by my side. I'm done, I'm gone. Don't run from the truth. You're lost. Now I know you played me just like I do. I still can't believe you had me on a leash, cutting all my teeth with all the lies you bring. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind, and I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. got here. Cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Well, hello, everyone. Good to see you all. What the hell is wrong with this thingy? Where's my camera now? Are we there? Okay. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate you, my beautiful pearls. Hello. You're actually on time, Lucy. You are. Good to see you all. We've got a lot to talk about tonight. Why are they bothering Seth? My God, he can't get enough stress. Yeah, the people are saying that Seth isn't back at work. He is back at work. He certainly is back at work. I don't know why people are worried about Seth being back at work or not when we're here for Sebastian, but he is back at work. If she requests the papers or whatever, good. She can show where he went to break up a fight and got a concussion. He got a concussion. So he'll be back in just probably a few days. I don't know when he goes back, but he goes right back. So I'm not worried about Seth going back at work. When he goes back at work, if he goes back to work, how long he's been back at work, but he's been back at work for 2 months at least. And he went back 2 or 3 months ago. So it's not that big of a deal. It's literally nothing. It's nothing. It's literally nothing. Um, when people work in a jail, they're constantly getting injured, unfortunately. Yeah, we're here to talk about Sebastian and the people that the stepfather and the mother, where there's crickets, uh, doing nothing. And so the grand jury meets the 6th or the 7th of January. No, reptile. No, I can't. I can't do that. So yes, exactly, Heidi. Exactly, Heidi. Thank you, Smiley. Thank you so much. Hit the thumbs up and share. Where is Sebastian Rogers? 1-800-TBI found. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you, Callie. We do appreciate you. Thank you for all your work, Justin. Your lives make my day. Thank you, sweet Callie. Really do appreciate you. Hey, dude, thank you so very much. Really do appreciate you. Yes, and the DA has been meeting all several times with in these meetings, from what I understand. So why are people worried about Seth when it's about Sebastian? Well, this is the thing, Texas Mama of Six. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Is because he has nothing to do with Sebastian's disappearance. We know this man has taken a lie detector test. This man has showed his time cards. We actually have him on video the entire night. We actually have him. Hey, Tony, good to see you. We actually have this man on video the entire night. The entire night, right? This isn't a desk job. This is working with criminals, really, really bad criminals, waiting to be transferred to a prison, right? The worst of the worst. That's right, Jazz. Still don't know where Edgar is. Waiting for that. Waiting for that. But let's see if, and listen, he's at work. He's working. He's working. That's it. That's it. And he has been working. Certain people just want to keep dragging him down despite the fact he has evidence. Yeah, I mean, you would think that once you say, "Hey, here's where I was. Hey, I'll do a lie detector test on national television. Hey, I'll do a lie detector test with KK and Edgar on live, you know, television." Where's that? Where's that? Crickets. Crickets. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. It's baloney. It's absolute baloney. Grand jury meets the 6th and the 7th. You know what I found interesting about that? You know what I found interesting about that? Betty, isn't Betty's the 8th? Isn't Betty's thing the 8th? They are not. Correction officers, jailers, anything like that, they are not paid enough. Yeah. 7th or 6th and 7th is when the grand jury meets for Sumner County. And then the 8th is when Betty's, something like that, isn't it? 8th or 10th, something like that. It's right afterwards. I find that interesting. Because if, let's just say there was an arrest, coming up. Well, that could that means Betty stuff would be dropped. Oh, they did move it to February 26th. You're right, Raw Beanie. You're right. Which is interesting. That in itself is interesting, isn't it? February 26th. I did not, Lil Red. Hold on. Just disgusting. Set out. Hold on one second. Can you come on tonight and straighten out this for everyone? Miles the dog. I don't know anything about. Hold on. I'm going to text you back, Lorette. Oh. Gotcha. Yeah, it's nothing. I wonder if that's happening. I see you. I really wonder if, the 7th, the 6th and the 7th, they meet for 2 days. I think it's on a Monday and a Tuesday. They will probably file court date on a continuance or dismiss. I have a feeling they are going to dismiss it, just my opinion. I don't know. I really don't know. Hey, Jude, thank you for renewing your membership, my dear. Like you, my dear. Thank you so very much. Laura, thank you so very much as well. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Really. Well, why is it not showing yours? There we go. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate the super sticker. Gemini lady, thank you so much for 8 months. Really do appreciate you. The grand jury decides if charges can go forward. That's exactly right. I bet your sweet ass it's being discussed by the grand jury. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm sure it's going across the desk. And there will be many cases presented to the grand jury. We don't know if it will be one yet. We don't know, but I'm sure it's going to be mentioned at least. Hopefully it will. They have what, 90 days? 90 days? Justin, I sent you an email from the company stating that that's not the truck because all lights stay on all times. Bam, not the trash truck. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, listen, Seth has a good relationship with law enforcement and stuff. And so, that's the most important thing to me. But I will say that sometimes law enforcement does not want things out there. And that was one thing in my I know, actually, I'm not gonna say in my opinion. I'm not gonna say in my opinion because I know, that law enforcement did not want that video out. And in my opinion, not in my opinion, people were told to say it was a trash truck. It's not in my opinion. That's the only thing I will say not in my opinion about it. People were told to say it was a trash truck. Justin, do you think authorities asked Seth to also say it was a trash truck? CT, people were told to say it was a trash truck. You can put who you want to say it wasn't, or it was, they wanted it to say it was a trash truck. That's 100%. 100%. But I will say, Seth has a great thing with law enforcement now, and I'm glad he's speaking to law enforcement. Didn't they tell Seth it was a trash truck? I will say they told people to say it was a trash truck. They never said that it was a trash truck. Law enforcement never said it was a trash truck because law enforcement cannot lie to you about specific potential evidence down the road. But they can tell others, or not tell, they can recommend others to say it. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, thank you, Kung. Thank you. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, police can lie in interrogations, yes. But for the direct public, they can't lie about something that could be potential evidence later on. Later on. It's not a trash truck. It'll never be a trash truck. It is two individuals. It is a vehicle, and there is one that leaves, one that goes back to the house. 1,000%. 1,000%. It's not anyone playing night tag. It's not Sebastian who gets up in the middle of the night, gets his flashlight, goes barefooted without a jacket, has no friends, and plays flashlight tag. No. No. My brother is a JAG lawyer. He said they lied during investigations all the time. I mean, okay, so this is the thing. They can, but the thing is if this is potential evidence, right? If it's potential evidence and they use it in a court setting later on, they are going to say, the other side is going, the defense is going to say, well, you said to the public at this time that this wasn't this. So why are you saying it's evidence now? Right? They can, I mean, there is no law about them lying to you, but it's generally does not happen. It generally does not happen. Or they usually give vague answers, right? Vague answers is what you do. Lucky Lou, do you think yes, I do. I do believe he was carried out. Hmm. Yep. Yep. I do believe he was carried out. I sure do. Hmm. Thank you forever, Nikki. Thank you, my love. Appreciate you. And thank you so much, Lucky Lou. Morgan, thank you so much. Tomorrow is my, Justin, tomorrow, NYE is my 29th old birthday. Congratulations. Thank you for 5 months, my dear. 5 months. Really do appreciate you, and happy birthday to you. Really do appreciate you. Decor, thank you so very much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Very, very sweet of you. Welcome to the family. And Gemini Lady, thank you for 8 months. Really do appreciate you as well, my dear. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I might just request Seth's records and just show you. But when it comes to that, right before Christmas, he broke up a fight. He got a concussion. You can't fake a concussion, and he's off for a little bit. He goes right back to work. He's been at work for 2 months. It's not rocket science here. Seth actually goes to work every day. He actually goes to work every day, and it has nothing to do with finding Sebastian. It has nothing to do with it at all. Zero zilch nada. Is Seth in here? Thank you, Tar, baby. Love you. Is Seth in here? Oh, thank you, Vet Girl. Very generous of you, honey. Love you. Tips.fbi.gov. Yes. Well, yeah, that's the question. And where are the feet? And listen, let's, is Edgar working? Is Edgar working? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It makes no difference. It has nothing to do with anything. But he's been working. That's all there is to it. I don't get bogged down with the distraction of the BS. You know, let's worry and see if Seth took, is working or not. And because, we know that he was working the night Sebastian disappeared and took a lie detector test on national television. But, let's not look at all that. Let's not look at, we have no idea where the stepfather was who wanted him out, who has a history, according to his exes, of getting physical with children. Oh, let's not look at that. God forbid. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Tony said it's close to 3 months. Yeah, it's been yeah, he works in a jail. Yeah. He does work in a jail. He sure does. Hit the thumbs up. Really do appreciate you. Sadly, on all sides, too much information about both sides of the parents, whether they're guilty or innocent. They do have private lives. Now, we want justice for Sebastian no matter what. Yeah, exactly. Good to see you, Seth, brother. Hope you are well. Really do appreciate you. I pray that it is another day closer to finding your son. I really do. I know you want this to be over with. I want this to be over with. Can't come soon enough. Can't come soon enough. Thank you so much, Lakeside Lawyer. Really do appreciate you. Hey Betty. I think Tony's in here. I'm pretty sure Tony's in here. Brown-eyed. Do you think there's enough evidence for the grand jury to bring down an indictment? I don't know. I really don't know. You know, I pray to God that there is enough. I pray to God every single day and night that there is something that's enough. You know, it's just like Edgar talking about his vehicle pinged, but it's a new ping, and it was at 1 p.m. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Mm-mm. No, it wasn't. Wasn't a ping. It was not, in my opinion. But there is a question that I have for Edgar. What would Sebastian say if he went to school Monday? What would Sebastian say if he went to school Monday? And where is the belt? Where's the belt at? 2 questions. And you know the belt I'm talking about. Where's it at? And why? What would Sebastian say if he went to school Monday?
Like in the game.
What would it be? That's the question, right? In a perfect world, Seth will get Sebastian back and unharmed. Every day I pray for a perfect world just long enough to have him back. Yeah. There's some things that I want to remember. There is so much information that comes out in this genre, right? Yeah, it's like one day, if you're gone from YouTube for 2 or 3 days, it's gone. You know what I mean? And yes, Seth, we know you have nothing to do with this, and I'm sorry. All of the stuff that you have been put through.
Oh. Suck it now. Oh. Suck it now. Oh. Suck it now. Oh. Suck it now. Oh. Suck it now.
There we go. So sorry. So sorry. There's some things that we're going to look at today that the creep factor that has been going on here. Bear with me. Give me 1 second. Okay, I got it. We are going to review this because there's it's only about 15 minutes we're going to review here, but it's very important. It's very important just to remember who. Guys, don't be blocking anybody unless they are so vile it's pathetic. We don't block anybody here unless they are extremely vile. Don't block anybody. Look at
All right,
this.
guys. So this is going to be part 3 here. We're reviewing the Nina Gomez videos from her speaking out against.
Yeah, well, just make sure if someone that they're saying it. Sometimes we read things wrong. I read things wrong sometimes, and I'm like, well, why are you saying that? And they're like, no, not about you or whatever. So there's that.
Curse.
They're going to take Faith.
Remember this.
I got out of that truck so
Not
fast and I ran into the airport. And I was
Remember
known
this,
for
y'all.
the airport that she was going to kidnap Faith.
Now, I want you to remember this. This was December a year ago. A year ago. Now, remember, Edgar and KK were having a hard time, right? They were allegedly on the cusp of divorce. But KK is chasing Nina, laughing, December 27th, 2023, and only KK came to get the child. Laughing and chasing Nina. She would do that for Edgar. She would do that for Edgar. Now remember that. Remember that. Betty, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. If you receive that, make sure you thank our dear Betty. I just want you to remember. Now, listen to what she said. We're not playing this whole interview or anything like this, just about 15 minutes of it, of the really important parts. Listen to this. Think about what she was trying to do, in my opinion, to hang on.
Katie and Faith were standing at the Southwest counter. And I told them, I said, she's going to kidnap my baby. I grabbed Faith on the left side of her hand and I ran with her through the airport. And all I could think about is I got to get back to the truck. And here comes Wayne, Noah, and Isabel running through the airport just to come and see what was happening. And oh my God, my mom, like.
Now, remember.
Nina needs to make a movie. This needs to be a Lifetime.
Now, remember, they, switched kids, all of that. Then, after they're at the gate, right? That's when they give Nina these papers. Now, tell me if that would not throw you in some damn panic. That had to be terrifying. Deborah, yep. You know, she's going for the holidays. It's a usual thing. And then there's this filing here, full custody.
Time story. For real. Somebody please reach out to Nina and let her know it needs to be a movie.
Thought it was like, and Wayne thought was like, oh my God, Nina's gonna just lay her out.
Too bad.
I ran.
Yes, Carolina.
I ran by, and Katie was coming right up behind me, and the guy, Michael Tinker, he stood there trying to flag me down and still trying to serve me with paperwork. In that moment, I'm just thinking about, they're going to take my baby and I'm never going to see her again. So I got to the truck.
Mind you, this is not the first time he has applied for custody. Just like Laura Lodge said, you know, he's basically, in his opinion, tried to kidnap his own daughter using the legal system, in my opinion, just to stick it to Nina. Listen to
I
this.
called APD.
Unbelievable.
During the holiday season, APD is at the airport. So they came within like 5 minutes.
Hey, JJ.
Officer Cordova had showed up and was talking about asking questions like what was happening and asked if I had a parenting plan on hand. And I'm like, wait, I mean, when I was just supposed to carry my parenting plan? I mean, and he said, was it his time sharing or yours? And I said, it's his. But I said, why am I being served? And still at this point, Michael Tinker was still trying to give me my paperwork and I wouldn't take it. So he got very upset, lifted up the windshield wipers and threw the paperwork right under there. At this point, my kids are crying. I'm crying hysterically.
Yes.
And there's Katie.
Exactly.
Smiling away and recording everything.
KK. Smiling, recording it all. Now, remember, what is KK doing? She is doing this on behalf of Edgar. Remember, there is supposedly, allegedly, this lots of fighting going on. Is she doing this to keep him? Oh, thank you, Shelly Ann. Really do appreciate you, sweetheart, for 4 months. Justin, thank you for having such a big heart and caring for the children you're with me. You're my happy place. Oh, Shelly. That means so much to me. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate that. That means a lot, truly. Thank you.
The officer's like, Ms. Gomez, you have a court date coming up.
Girl. Love you, baby. 7 months.
And if you don't want the judge to be upset with you, you need to let her go.
I see more emotion and more trauma from Nina about this story than I have ever seen from KK. Than I've ever seen from KK. Thank you, Amber. According to Laura Lodge, who is KP hired a lawyer. Yeah, oh, I know. I know. I know this. Yeah. Yes. Allegedly, from what I understand, they have lawyered up and lawyered up a few months ago. You know who doesn't have a lawyer about his son missing, about Sebastian's case? Seth. Because guess what? He doesn't need an attorney. He doesn't need an attorney. Because you know what he's doing? He is meeting with police several times a week now. And I'm sure when he gets back, that will continue. Seth doesn't need an attorney. But from what I understand, they started getting a little hot for KK and Edgar. Started asking some questions. Started putting some stuff. Zip. What did I tell you guys? What did I say? What did I say? I said, I have a feeling. Started asking some hard questions, and that's what got the lawyer. And you don't hear those rosy words coming from Edgar anymore. You don't hear them, do you? You don't hear them, do you? Oh, law enforcement, they are doing everything they can. You know, I ride around with them, all of this. Where's those rosy words now? Actually, the last thing, you know, according to Elevated Truth, is he said they were, what did he call them, allegedly? Effing idiots? Effing idiots? Is that what Edgar called? They were effing idiots? Hey, Gypsy. You see, Edgar, nobody believes you that when you say 1 o'clock in the afternoon, that they're going to question you about why you were home at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, whenever the entire police force of Hendersonville and beyond are there with you. That can't be, there can't be 2 pings or 2 handshakes during a period of time at 1 o'clock. Get real.
So I get back out of the truck. And we all do. And I get down to Faith's level. And I tell her how much I love her.
Mama Raza, respectfully, sometimes when we get caught up in one theory, it can influence many others to do the same. Open your minds. Let's work together. Listen, we should. Listen, I don't know what happened to Sebastian. I don't know. And if anyone says they do, they're lying. But you can't go anywhere else until we know where one person was. You can't go anywhere else. You can't. We know where KK was for the day, the weekend, the month. Sebastian, the day, the weekend, the month. Seth, the day, the weekend, the month. But one person can't say where he was. One person can't say where he was. Y'all watch Edgar's Family, how fast they all turn on KK, especially if mommy thinks Edgar's going to go down for this. watch what happens to KK when she is treated like they did Nina. But yeah, it started and it ended with home. It did. There's nothing to suggest anything else. You cannot leave that house. You can't. Because he didn't and he wouldn't walk out on his own. The adults on the other side who are out there during the nighttime say this is creepy as hell out here being in the dark. Adults, do you think Sebastian, who is scared of a sound of a door, is going to do that? Is going to go out barefooted, no jacket, nothing, and walk out during the night? Hardly. Hardly. Yeah, Sumner County Jail is not nice, and it's, yes, exactly. No way in hell. That's right, Lakeside.
Her. And that mommy's gonna always keep fighting for you.
Exactly, Gypsy. In Gypsy's experience, it's quiet and it's creepy. Quiet and it's creepy.
And don't ever for 1 second think that mommy does not love you.
Look at the pain on this woman's eyes. This is someone who has her daughter. Thank God still has her daughter. And this was them trying to take her away. This is more emotion than we have seen out of KK. She is reliving the trauma. Yes.
Let me just say this: the fact
We got about a few more minutes of this. Just to clip the really important parts. This, just remember what Edgar put this woman, this family through. Just remember.
that Katie Proudfoot
And what KK aligned and did for Edgar.
could sit there and laugh and record this woman, another mother trying to save her daughter. The fact that Katie Proudfoot can sit there and do that shows just what type of heartless, emotional monster she truly is. It shows that she doesn't have a motherly bone in her body.
I hug her so tight. Because I don't know if that's the last time I was going to see my baby. He handed her off to Katie. And she left.
Yep. And the other exes are so afraid to speak publicly. They're terrified. Terrified.
I could barely.
And there is someone that has a recording that I know of Edgar being a total demon. A total demon. And once this is all done and over with, it'll be released. It'll be released. This person was terrified. Terrified. She said something comes over him and his eyes just get dark. He had no idea he was being recorded. Cynthia, thank you so much for 4 months. 4 months. Love you, Justin A. Cam Sebastian. We are going to bring you home. Amen. Amen. I hope it is very soon because this is too much. It's just too much. Debbie, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Welcome to the family, my love. Y'all welcome Debbie, and please welcome Kathy, our new pearl here as well. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Debbie. Welcome to the family.
I breathed when I got back in the truck.
Listen to this. Listen to this part.
Trying to think about, what do I do now? What do I do if she doesn't come home? How am I gonna get her home? Faith stopped. And she looked at the truck driving away, and Wayne looked back.
I haven't bet yet.
She probably thought, is that the last time I'm gonna see my family?
I mean, like said, I don't, from what I understand, there was cameras in the house, allegedly, and allegedly in the kitchen as well. I don't know how someone who works for a security company and doesn't have a security system or cameras. Guys, don't mention other creators. If someone's mentioning other creators, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm just so glad that they were yesterday, very shortly.
The whole day, my whole world was turned upside down. I thought about everything that played in my head, like a movie.
Yep.
That day was hard. I came home and I curled up in a ball.
Welcome back, dear.
I didn't want nobody to bother me.
I wonder,
Because I'm thinking about,
did Edgar hire someone to watch
how am I going to
KK
have
like
enough
Nina?
money to get a lawyer or anything like that. So what they did was they hired that
Listen.
server to come and serve me with a court hearing that I already knew about.
The court hearing.
The one that was going to take place January 2nd. So Christopher's lawyer, Christopher, Katie, they all knew what they were doing.
They all knew what they were doing.
They premeditated this again. They wanted me to go crazy.
Listen.
They wanted me to say hurtful things, so they can go back to the courthouse and to the judge and say that I was unstable and that I'm mentally, something's wrong. And
This is crazy.
Mind you, this is someone who's had to take multiple different classes for anger management and all that. They tried to trigger her and make her look crazy.
that's what they did.
All right, guys, this is gonna cut off.
Okay. Now we got one more here that is very important. And then we've got to talk about some other things. Gotta use it for I don't get. There we go. Credit goes to Smiley's stories. Please drop Smiley's link in chat, mods. Don't mind. Would greatly appreciate this. This one is very telling to me, y'all. This one right here, and I've got a lot to say on this one. Brenda, thank you so very much for gifting 5 pearl necklaces. Really do appreciate you, Brenda. Really do, my friend. God bless you. If you received one of those, make sure you thank our dear Brenda.
About just the smallest things.
Listen to
And
this.
A lot of it
How quickly we forget. How quickly we all forget.
also had to do with how he disciplined my children.
Listen.
I'm very protective over my kids. And I didn't want somebody else to discipline my children. I didn't want him talking ugly to them, or hurting their feelings. And I remember one point in time where Christopher spanked my son really hard, and I got very upset with him, and I said, you can't do that to my son. I said, he's 3, he's a baby still. Like, you can't just do whatever you want.
3 years old. 3 years old. Can you imagine a 15-year-old? But he only did it once. He only did it once, he says. A 3-year-old. Who whips a 3? Who, I don't even know if anybody whips anybody, but who does that to a 3-year-old?
I mean, and he got upset, and he's like, well, you know, he needs to learn. He needs to man up. He's a man. I said, he's 3. He's 3.
He needs to man up. Just like Elijah Vu's murderer said he needs to man up. Jesse Vang, who was 3 years old. Hey, Britt. Just like Elijah Vu's murderer, he needs to man up. He's 3. He's 3. Not even preschool. Man up? The hell's wrong with you? Men don't do that to babies. Insane.
And as time went on, like I could see him getting more aggressive and more aggressive.
I mean, we've always questioned, like, why the hell who whips a 15-year-old to begin with, much less one with a chromosome deletion, much less one with autism, much less the child is not yours.
And I stood up for my kids all the time. I didn't like how like I said, how he talked to them, how he wanted them to stand in the corner all the
Exactly.
time. And I didn't like that.
Wanted him to stand in the corner all the time. Again, Jesse Vang made him stand in the corner all the time as well. Exactly, Lakeside Lawyer. She is traumatized.
So
Poor woman.
I stayed a little bit longer. I ended up eventually getting pregnant with Faith. And it was probably, I want to say, maybe early September that I found out that I was pregnant with Faith. And I remember telling him that I was pregnant, and he wasn't happy about it. So I called my parents back home here in Albuquerque, and I told them the situation. And I said, well, Christopher wants me to get an abortion with Faith.
Can you imagine?
And my parents said, no, you're not. And I said, I'm not.
Let's give a hand for Nina. Shame on you, Edgar. Shame on you. I just replied to that email. The person just said they emailed me.
So I know he was very upset about me keeping Faith at that point in time. So I came home. My grandma had gotten very sick, and I decided to come home. And after that, I just kind of stayed here in New Mexico, because at that time we weren't getting along, and we were just like newlyweds, and that should have never happened. But I saw things, like I said, that were just it wasn't right about him. So I moved home, and I did my whole pregnancy.
I wish she would have went more into that. Like, what are the other things that wasn't right about him? Love you, Tar. Love you, baby.
By myself. And so I finally, my friends back there in California, my neighbors right across the street were actually calling me. I had one good friend, which is still a really good friend of mine to this day.
Very important.
She called me and said, Nina, Christopher's getting rid of your furniture and getting rid of your stuff. And I was like,
Christopher's getting rid of your furniture and getting rid of your stuff. There's a lot of supporting argument for this. This shows you what he does behind the scenes whenever he doesn't think she's watching.
like, what? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, like he's giving away like your little, your home decor stuff. Like he's giving away beds. And I was like, no way. So this was about Easter time. So I had went out there, I made a special trip. I asked my mom to go with me. And Isabella and Noah, they went with me, and I was still pregnant with Faith at the time. So we made it. I didn't tell him that we were going out there. So I kind of, wanted to see myself, because the neighbor also informed me that there was people at the house that shouldn't have been there.
People at the house who shouldn't have been there.
So I guess I kind of wanted to sneak up on him and see what he was doing, right? And we pulled up into the driveway,
Listen to this.
into the driveway, and he was coming out the front door with a bed that he was giving to the neighbor, which was my son's bed.
Her toddler's bed. Mind you, Nina says that this is the 3-year-old who a bed is very important to. It's their property. This is someone, she's saying, that has whipped him too hard. He needed to become a man. And that was needed to stand in the corner, giving away a 3-year-old's bed. How do you explain to a 3-year-old that someone came in your house and took your bed? Not only did he do this to this wife, he admitted it to his other wife. He said his other wife cheated on him. And he says he packed up all of her stuff and put it in a storage building and gave her the key. Did you give it all back, Edgar? Did you give it all back? You seem to give a lot of stuff of Nina's away. So we have that instance. We have Nina's instance. We have the one that he said about his other wife. And then he said he throws Sebastian's stuff away, trying to give people parenting advice. Sebastian doesn't pick up the stuff. Well, he goes and gets the stuff, makes Sebastian take it out to the trash, then makes him take it to the curb. Right? The 2 cats Katie got rid of so they could continue their relationship when they first got together. So many dogs have gotten rid of. Sebastian's snake. And then, in my opinion, wanted Sebastian out of the house. Well, they said they wanted Sebastian out of the house. It's just one thing after another, after another, after another. 2 out of the 3 points that I just made came from his mouth. His mouth. Not Nina's. His mouth. It just shows the supporting argument. He's the one that said he packed up his other ex-wife's stuff. In my opinion, wasn't it, Edgar? It wasn't everything, though, was it? And you did say that you got rid of a snake. You did say you threw his stuff out, or you made him throw the stuff out. Another question is, Edgar, what did you throw out? What did you make him throw out? And it obviously didn't go over very easy, because you admitted that there was a time KK stopped you from doing it. So I bet you it didn't go down easy, did it? that's cruel to throw away or give away a 3-year-old's bed. You know what? No matter if if you're a step parent and your wife or your husband are not getting along, the children do nothing. They are innocent. They're a product of another relationship. You don't throw a 3-year-old stuff away. But you remember, Nina said that even the family of Edgar, what did they say that would happen to Nina and the kids? I can't remember. It was like, I can't remember what she alleged.
As soon the look on his face was like a deer in headlights, and he dropped the bed right there in the front yard, went back in the front door, slammed the door and locked it on my kids. And my mom told me at that point, she said, I can't believe he's doing this. Like, what is he doing? So I go in and I unlock the door and I said, what are you doing? I said, are you giving away my stuff? And he had nothing to say. So he brought the bed back in because I knew that's what he was doing.
Oh, wow.
And, the neighbor across the street, like I said, told me.
Unbelievable.
So we stayed there. It was super uncomfortable. My mom felt the tension between the both of us.
You see all of this, but let's worry about if Seth is at work this week or not. Right? Who cares if Seth, Katie, or Edgar is at work this week, next week, or the months before? Who cares? Who cares? And he's been working, and he's still working. He's just off because he got knocked in the head a couple weeks ago. He's going right back. But let's not talk about Edgar where, not showing anything, distracting, misleading about his lie detector test. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about why, Edgar says he can't give exact dates when he was home days and weeks prior to Sebastian going missing. Let's not talk about Edgar's car pinging. Let's worry about if old Seth is at work this week. Come on. Thank you so much, Jinja. The secrets will be uncovered. The truth will come forth. And God's thought about every behavior and action will be vindicated. Luke 2 and 3. Thank you so much, Ginger. Amen. Amen. That is exactly right. And the church said, that's right. Amen.
My children felt it as well. And at the time, Faith started moving. Like I could start, I felt
Listen
her
to
moving
this.
around in my stomach.
Listen to
and I
this.
told Christopher, I said, look, I said, put your hand on my stomach. I said, can
Listen.
you feel her move? He said, no.
Faith started moving in Nina's belly. Put your hand on. Feel. No. She claims, no, wouldn't do it. No. So you wanted her to allegedly abort. And then once your child starts moving, still won't. Now, I'm just going to say this. If he doesn't care about, at that time, about your own child, do you think he gives a wooden nickel about anyone else's child? That's a question.
You know, when you're pregnant, you always think that your spouse is going to be super supportive and be super excited
Thank you, Jody.
that you're pregnant and bringing a life into this world for him, right?
Look at the hurt.
But I didn't get that. I didn't get that support that I needed. So we had a conversation my mom brought up between Christopher, myself, and her. And she had said, you know, do you not want Faith? Like, do you not want this baby? And Christopher stated to my mom he wasn't happy. And he said, what if one of them dies? What if Faith dies or Nina dies on the table or when she's having this baby? Like my mom said, don't talk like that. Like, why
would he say something like that? That is so, but that's odd. What is wrong? Remember, Seth said right after he got there, not too long after he got there, looked at him and said, what if this goes south? What if this goes south? And he just asked here, what if, God forbid, one thing happened to Nina or their child? Well said, Deborah. Well said.
Faith dies or Nina dies on the table or when she's having this baby? Like my mom said, don't talk like that. Like, why are you talking like that? They're still here. So
he said, he also told him, don't make this bigger than it already is, Seth. And he also thought in my opinion, twisted mind that because what happened to Sebastian, mind you, under their roof, that people would not look for Sebastian.
We left again after a couple days. We came home to Albuquerque. And still, I tried working it out where we were at, but it just wasn't working. I wanted out. And I had Faith on my own.
Can we get a round of applause for Nina for that? She did it on her own. My hat is off to all of you mothers and fathers and grandparents and aunts and uncles And all of you who do it on your own, that is a big, big task, a big, big job, and you still do it. God bless you, Nina. God bless every single one of you. Yep, Char. They will. They will.
Christopher called the hospital. I told him on June.
Listen.
It was June 1st that I got admitted into the hospital.
Listen to this.
And Faith arrived like at June 2nd, like about 3 or 4 in the morning. And he kept calling the hospital and saying that my wife is in labor, she's there. But Christopher was just so rude and hateful and just, I mean, he wasn't even there. So then he arrived a couple days later after I had Faith. And he was, the doctors and the nurses there were on high alert due to the fact that they heard Christopher over the phone on how he was being disrespectful to the nurses that were on call that night, as you know, I was waiting to have her. And
where else have we heard this? Right? We heard allegedly a week or two before Sebastian went missing that he was allegedly at a restaurant and threw a fit, and they left. It's crazy. It's crazy.
asked that they not give him any more information. So he arrived. I had Faith. He arrived a couple days later, like I said. And you could just tell the look on his face, like he wasn't happy at all. Like, didn't say, hey, you did a good job. Didn't say, I'm so happy that you brought my.
Right. So he wasn't allegedly, according to Nina, he wasn't happy when she got pregnant, wasn't happy whenever the baby started moving, and wasn't happy while she was having the baby, and wasn't happy after she had. Insane. That's insane. Of fire setting or animal cruelty. I don't know. I don't know. No, that's what I'm saying. It was Edgar who threw the fit. That's what I'm saying. Edgar threw the fit there and he left. Exactly. Exactly, Ange. Exactly. Coco, thank you, my dear, for becoming a member. Really do appreciate you. Welcome back to the family, my dear. And thank you so much, Jody. Really do appreciate you. But now he wants to fight with her. Well, there's just so many patterns here. And I've said, even if Sebastian walked out on his own, which in my opinion is less than a 1% chance, in my opinion. But even if he did, I believe that the reason he did was because of one person. All about control. All about control. 5 wives is strange enough for me, in my opinion. Yeah, especially in 20 years. Especially in 20 years. I mean, like, at that point, you kinda have to look at yourself, but, I don't believe narcissists can. I just don't think that they can. They just don't have that in them. They're not capable of seeing, "Oh, well, it may be, something I'm doing." They're not able to see, they think it's everyone else. They always think it's someone else. Someone sent this to me. I have no idea what it's about. They asked me to play it. Nick Wren reveals how Kylie Rodney, private investigator. Does it work?
Nick, the private investigator said that you guys took him into the trailer and shared the underwater footage with him. Is that true?
I don't remember him being invited into the trailer. If I remember right, there was only me,
Only law
one other
enforcement.
cameraman that had the footage on his laptop,
Mm.
and there was like 3, maybe 4 law enforcement agents, and they could have been from various agencies. And that private investigator guy, he was there with the dad and the grandpa. And the only interaction that I had with him, he came up to me and he said, I got all my little logbook from that trip right here. And I've
I
actually
haven't seen it. I
got
don't know what it's about.
right here. So he came up to me and he thanked me for finding her and verifying that. And he opened up his wallet and he
Are these the guys that used to be with what was that? They used to be with Adventures with Purpose. I think that's who it is.
pulled out a business card and he handed me his business card right here. And he said, thank you. And he handed me that. And he said, when this all settles down, I'll see to it that you get your reward. And that was the last interaction I had with him. So I don't remember him being in there to see any footage.
He also happened to claim that we
This is from
used his drone
Illuminated
footage,
Mind.
and no, we didn't. We had our own drones. We had our own pilots.
Yeah, I never saw his.
Yeah, we have no idea what he's talking about.
Okay. So this is Illuminated Mind. I'll put that up there. I don't know. Someone just sent that. I don't. Full credit. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. All right. EquiSearch checked the waters. I don't think it was EquiSearch that checked the waters. I think it was. Oh, you mean EquiSearch in Hendersonville checked all the waters? Yes. Well, they checked 30 or 40 in a weekend. The gentleman on the right. Yes, that's right. He's the one that found Kylie. You're right. You're right. Yes. Because they were with Adventures with Purpose. Gotcha. Okay. All right. That works. answered. Let me just check a couple things. I might have got some stuff in. One second. Rach, I text you back just now. All right. So moving along here. All right, guys. I am going to end it here. I will be live here in just a little bit again. Not Narked. The Lore Lodge is live right now. And they are talking about Edgar and KK. I just found out. And if you want to go over to the Lore Lodge for a little bit, they're doing a podcast. We will review it after it's done. Thank you for being number 1,000. Thank you so much. Aiden is awesome. And he is on the right side of history. Yeah, Pearl Raid. Let's roll, mother chickens. So can y'all let me drop Lore Lodge. Okay. There we go. There's the link. All right, guys. I'll see you over there. I'm going to go back all the way back and watch it. And the pearls can invade. Yes. Hope you feel better, Tara. Yes. But I will be back here in a little bit. We'll talk about it afterwards. Got a lot to talk about. I've got more to show you. But I think this is important. I do. Much love to everyone. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you over at the Lore Lodge. Here, I'll drop it again. There you go. Click it. Much love. Much love. Rach, I just texted you, by the way. All right, guys. Love, loves. Bye-bye.